In this video, I'm going to be working out an individual integral. I am going to be referencing and using a Pythagorean identity here, the common one, sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, and then knowing that you can take any type of an equation and solve it any way you want. We will be using this throughout. All right, so for this integral here, we first want to take this cosine x to the third power and break it up so that we can do some manipulation. Because if I don't have any trig identity that's going to help with to the third power, but I do to the second power here. So if I initially rewrite this as the integral of cosine squared x times a cosine x dx. All right, what that's going to allow me to do then is to make this trig substitution here. All right, so from here I will have the integral. I'm going to change out the cosine squared x for 1 minus sine squared x. 1 minus sine squared x, and I am going to go ahead and put a set of parentheses around that so we know that kind of all goes together, and then times that extra cosine x that we have right there. All right, now from here it becomes your basic U substitution. And now if you recognize this is really just sine x quantity squared, so the inside part of that function is a sine x. So I'm going to let my u be sine x. All right, now from there, then I'll take the derivative of both sides. I'll have a du is equal to a cosine x dx. All right, I'm going to go ahead and solve all the way down for dx. So I'll have a du over a cosine x is equal to my dx. Okay, now from there, now I'm going to come back up here to this integral, and I'm going to start substituting. All right, so I'm going to have the integral. I'll still have a 1 minus. Now, right here, I've got a sine x quantity squared. Well, my sine x is u, so I will have a u squared right there. All right, my cosine x will stay. I'll replace dx with what that equals, which is a du over a cosine x. All right, now hopefully you can now see why we chose to do that, because then those cosine x's cross out. All right, now here I could go ahead and write this as two separate integrals, or I could integrate them together, either way. So let's go ahead and just do them together since both of these are going to be somewhat straightforward. Let's say we have the integral here of a 1 minus a u squared du. All right, let's go ahead and integrate. So when we integrate 1 with our du, we will have a u. Integrating the u to the 1/2, we'll have that minus in there, be u to the third with a 1/3 in front, and then plus c because I have now completely integrated. Now last step, I'm going to take those two u's, I'm going to come back up here and get what I said u is equal and replace. So I'm going to have a sine x minus a 1/3, a sine x to the third power, and then plus c. All right, so definitely a straightforward U substitution integral that would be found in a Calc 1 class. All right, definitely got to have that basis with those trig identities so you know how to manipulate and get started on it. Definitely thanks for watching. If the videos are helping, please share with your friends so they can benefit too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.